Vanga's prediction for 2026. Only these zodiac signs will have success. 2026 is approaching, and with it, the prophecies left by Vanga for those who are ready to hear are coming true. But it is important to know, her message is not addressed to everyone. She spoke clearly. Only some zodiac signs will open the way to real success, prosperity, and power that will turn their reality upside down. This is not a year of chance. This is a year of choice, determination, and inner insight. Those born under certain signs will receive a sign of fate, time to act, time to reap the fruits they have been working towards for years. The rest, to watch. If you want to know who exactly Vanga predicted a great rise in 2026, stay until the end. Subscribe to the channel if it is important for you not to miss your chance and always be one step closer to the truth. And in the comments, write your sign and see if it becomes one of the chosen ones. We begin to analyze Vanga's great prediction by zodiac signs. First sign, Taurus. 2026 will open doors for Taurus that were closed even in the most ambitious years. Vanga left a prediction in which she pointed to the sign whose stability will turn into a source of powerful success. It is Taurus who is capable of not only surviving the changes this year, but also extracting the maximum benefit from them. What previously seemed unattainable will become part of reality. The first half of the year will pass under the sign of expansion. Taurus will find itself in the epicenter of strategic proposals that previously bypassed it. New partners, promising deals, profitable contracts, all this will be in the field of its influence. Particularly significant will be contacts with people who have access to money, resources, or structures with which Taurus has not interacted before. These will be connections that will bring not just money, but stable streams of profit. The area where Taurus will be especially lucky is management. Be it business, finance, organization, or even real estate, he will be able to build a system that works for him. His practicality will be his main trump card. He will not take risks without calculation, and this is his powerful advantage. He will do what others will ignore, and this decision will lead to stable and long-term income. In the second half of the year, Taurus will strengthen his position. He will not just receive a profit, he will begin to control the levers through which this profit comes. Promotion, purchase of a business, investments with a high return, all this will become part of the new reality. His self-confidence will increase because he will see how even the most ambitious goals become achievable. He will not be afraid to take responsibility, and this will attract the respect of influential people to him. Vanga pointed out the sign that will manage time and results, and this sign in 2026 is Taurus. He will decide at what pace to develop, with whom to cooperate, and how to use the accumulated resource. His success will not be loud, but it will be fundamental. It will create a platform for the coming years. His actions will be logical, his actions will be confident, and his results will be impressive. This is not a flash. This is a foundation. The second sign of Pisces. Vanga spoke of a sign that will hear the whisper of time before others. In 2026, this is Pisces. Their sensitivity and intuition will become not just character traits, but tools for achieving serious results. This year will bring Pisces not random success, but a precise, internally predicted turn that they have been going towards for a long time. Everything that they felt before will be confirmed in reality. Pisces will be among those who will catch new trends at the right moment. It does not matter what they do: creativity, entrepreneurship, consulting, or training. They will be the first to understand where the market is moving, the interests of people, the behavior of clients. This understanding will give them the opportunity to build a strategy that will bring both money and recognition. They will not have to fight, they will act in the flow. The time from March to July will be especially successful. During this period, Pisces will get a chance to implement a project that previously seemed too bold. They will receive an offer that can change their standard of living. It will not be just a job or a contract. It is an opportunity to show what they are really capable of. Their unique style, approach, depth of analysis, or talent will be in demand. Vanga pointed out the sign that will open an important path through intuition. Pisces are the ones who will see hidden opportunities where others will pass by. They will be able to predict people's behavior, the direction of changes, hidden motives. Their decisions will be accurate, even if they contradict logic. And the more Pisces trust themselves, the greater their results will be. In the second half of the year, new sources of income will be activated. They can come unexpectedly, through a recommendation, a chance meeting, an unexpected invitation. It is important not to refuse, even if it seems that this does not fit into the plans. The most unconventional options will bring the most tangible returns. Pisces will feel that they know how to earn money without losing themselves. Their path in 2026 is the path of soft power, wise foresight, and deep professionalism. The third sign is Aquarius. Vanga spoke about the sign that will experience a technological and mental breakthrough in 2026. This sign is Aquarius. His thinking, focus on the future, and desire for freedom will coincide with global changes, and he will find himself at the center of those events that will determine the economy, market, and society. Everything he has thought up, planned, and prepared in recent years will finally be implemented. The beginning of the year will be in the structuring mode. Aquarius will begin to organize what previously seemed like chaos, and it is in this process that he will find formulas for success. He will begin to understand how to turn his ideas into products, knowledge into capital, and connections into assets. Spheres related to IT, strategy, media platforms, analytics, and management systems will develop especially successfully. His creativity, reinforced by discipline, will have a powerful effect. The rise will begin in April. Financial flows will become more stable. Clarity will appear. At the same time, Aquarius will not just receive money, he will begin to manage the processes that bring it. He will understand how to scale efforts, delegate routine, and focus on growth. New partners, going international, participating in startups, or creating his own systems, all this will become part of his new role. Vanga predicted that the sign whose freedom of thought will coincide with the agenda of the time. And Aquarius, like no one else, knows how to think outside the box. He will be the first to start using new technologies, automate processes, invest in what others do not yet see. His success will not be in strength, but in foresight. He will not be afraid to be the first, and this will give him an advantage. By the end of the year, Aquarius can reach a level of income that he previously considered unattainable. His projects will bring not just profit, but status. He will gain influence that will be reckoned with. And, most importantly, he will feel that he is going his own way, free, reasonable, effective. His success in 2026 will be built on his ability to stay ahead of his time, connecting ideas with actions. The fourth sign is Gemini. From January 2026, the representative of this sign begins a period when every action brings results. Changes are manifested in the sphere of business contacts, documents, and negotiations. Vanga pointed out that only those who have a command of speech and information will receive the key to success. Gemini is exactly like that. Already in the first half of January, a channel opens related to a new offer. This may be an offer from a company with which there was no contact before. The signing of papers will happen quickly, but it is important to carefully reread each point. Where others see formality, Gemini will find a tool for managing events. February is marked by an unexpected increase in authority. One public step, a speech, or even just a publication on social networks will attract the attention of influential people. It is important not to remain silent, not to be afraid to voice your ideas. The louder the voice, the greater the chances of support. The environment will begin to perceive Gemini as an expert. The attitude of those who previously doubted will change. This will be confirmed by the receipt of specific proposals, not in the form of promises, but in the form of contracts, conditions, and advance payments. From March to May, the financial line will be activated. Income will begin to grow due to the scaling of existing projects. The main thing is not to slow down when an idea for expansion appears. New directions will bring more than the old scheme. Vanga mentioned that this year it is important to be able to think 2 steps ahead. It is Gemini who is able to do this, overtaking competitors. Changing the format of work or even switching to another professional platform will open access to an audience that could only be dreamed of before. June and July will be transitional. At this time, you will have to make a choice between stability and growth. Many will try to keep Gemini in the comfort zone, convincing them not to take risks. But an inner feeling will tell you the right direction. One invitation to a meeting received in July will change the financial situation for a long time. It can come from a person with whom there has been no contact for several years, or from a completely new structure. Don't refuse, even if the format seems unfamiliar. August and September bring rewards for courage. A sharp increase in income, participation in international projects, work with foreign partners are possible. Here, the strength of Gemini will manifest itself. The ability to adapt, negotiate, convey an idea. An unexpected business trip or an online platform that you found out about by chance will bring in profits higher than expected. Money will start coming in that is not tied to working hours. This is the beginning of the transition to a different financial model. In the fall, another path will open, educational, but not as a student, but as a teacher. Trainings, courses, mentoring, everything that requires a word, the transfer of knowledge leads to success. Vanga said that in 2026, many will understand. To speak means to earn. For Gemini, this becomes true. With each performance, the flow of clients, orders, projects grows. In November and December, there will come a time when it will be necessary to delegate. It is impossible to keep everything under control, but if you find a team, you can reach a level that previously seemed fantastic. Success will not be a flash, but a system. Specific numbers, growing capital, clear plans. Gemini enter 2027 with a result that will become a benchmark for others. Vanga predicted success only for those who are not afraid to show themselves. For Gemini, 2026 is a challenge and at the same time a chance. There will be many opportunities, but you need to choose your own. Do not follow the crowd, but go your own way. Then everything will come together. Words will become money, ideas will turn into assets, and contacts will turn into resources. Success will be consolidated not by chance, but as a result of consistent steps. And it is this sign in 2026 that will become an example of how you can manage the future without losing yourself. The fifth sign is Cancer. According to one of Vanga's little-known predictions, 2026 will be a turning point for representatives of the sign of Cancer. This year will not begin abruptly or with loud events, but it is in its gradualness that the greatest power lies. Starting in January, the surrounding space will begin to change in the direction of benefit for Cancer. Events that were previously slowed down will suddenly gain momentum. Many deals that were previously frozen will be restarted, and it is the representatives of this sign who will have a chance to seize the initiative. The main event unfolds between March and May. At this time, it is important for Cancer to pay attention to documents related to property, investments, as well as outdated connections that will suddenly begin to play a new role. It is in these months that the foundations of the success that was discussed in the prophecy are hidden. It is possible that a person with whom Cancer has not communicated for a long time will get in touch and offer an opportunity directly related to an increase in income or status. Actions aimed at expanding influence will gain special power. We are talking about moving to a new level, changing jobs, entering the international market, launching online projects. All of these are not just steps, but key actions on which the financial result of the second half of the year depends. It is important not to miss the moment when the internal impulse coincides with the external offer. Vanga warned that there will be no second chance for Cancer. You need to use the first one. In the summer of 2026, Cancer can gain access to resources that were previously closed. This applies to both financing and administrative permits. Bureaucrat barriers will weaken, and processes that previously lasted for months will begin to be resolved in a matter of weeks. This will give Cancer an advantage in competition. This will be especially relevant for those who work in business, logistics, education, or technology. Even if Cancer did not plan changes, circumstances will force them to move, and it is this movement that will lead to results. Autumn will be the most productive time of the year. It is in September and October that Cancer will receive confirmation that it is on the right path. A contract, offer, or court decision will appear, which will allow it to gain a foothold at a new financial level. There will be a chance to move from survival to accumulation. It is also possible to strengthen social ties, thanks to which Cancer will be able to expand its influence or launch a long-term project. In November and December 2026, the echoes of Vanga's prediction will manifest themselves most clearly. A feeling of internal stability will appear. Those who will offer participation in large initiatives, relying on Cancer as a reliable partner. It is important here not to refuse large-scale projects due to fear of responsibility. Cancer's strength is in the ability to intuitively feel when it is worth taking a risk. In general, 2026 will be a busy year, but success will not come by itself. It requires involvement, discipline, and quick decisions. Vanga's prediction does not speak of a gift of fate, but of an access point. Cancer will get an opportunity, but only if it is ready to act. And if it copes with the first tasks, at the end of the year, it will have not just stability, but a new standard of living, financial security, authority, recognition in the professional environment, and an internal sense of control. This is what 2026 leads to for Cancer. It all depends on how ready he is to accept his own growth and not retreat at the first difficulties.